Hello everybody, so we are basically picking up where we left off last, which is picking a world for our sim that we created in the How to Play The Sims 4. Basically is what I'm trying to do, is show off some of the different things on how to play The Sims 4 if you've never played before. So we did create a sim last time. Now we're going to go into how to put your sim into the world and go through build mode and buy mode and all that fun stuff. So we are going to go ahead and hop in. I'm just going to go ahead and put my sim here in Newcrest since I'm going to show off build mode. Newcrest is our blank world that you can customize however you like. I'll go through and show off Willow Creek real quick. Wow, that is a tongue twister. Willow Creek real quick. So this is Willow Creek. This has a preset of houses and everything. Obviously you can't live on non-residential lots, so the residential lots will show up green that you can live on. If you can't afford it, it'll still show up with the white box around it. Or if it's occupied, it'll show up with the white box. But you can tell if it's occupied or not because it has a plumb bob here above the household. Typically, actually, we'll probably start off in one of these houses. Maybe. But and then this is Oasis Springs. Again, same thing, pre-built. You've got your community lots. Both worlds have a park that is on a 50 by 50 lot, and then you have your households that you can play with, or you have your houses that you want to move into, or the empty lots. Each world has, I think, 3 empty lots in it, except for Newcrest, because Newcrest is completely customizable and is up to you on how you want to do that. So we're going to pop into here. I'm going to go to, I think we're going to go to this 40 by 30 lot right here. So your starting funds here, we had starting funds up here, which was 20,000 simoleons. Now after we purchase this lot, which was 30,000 simoleons, we will only have 17,000 to play with, which is fine because we don't need a lot. We do have a job, so, but I will go through how to show up, how to do all that. So this is our job. As you guys remember, or if you guys forgot, because I know it's going to pop up here in a minute, that stupid better exceptions thing that keeps wanting to pop up. But we do have a job. We got that in our last video where we did the Create a Sim story. So our story was that we were a tech guru. Apparently we are level 3 of the tech guru career. So instead of risking life, limb, and job pointing out the gaping holes in someone else's code, she gets to point out, put all semblance of life aside to program code based on someone else's deadlines. At least there's a benefits package. So her next promotion is Ace Engineer. This panel right here will tell you everything that you need to level up in your career. So she needs to reach level 3 of the programming skill, which we've already leveled up to 2 because of our skills bonus. And then she needs to achieve level 2 in the video gaming skill. And she needs to program. This is going to be important for later. Right now we're going to get into build buy because we currently have nothing. We have an empty lot. So I'm going to click up here, the button, the hammer and monkey wrench. I'm not a tools person. This is build mode. If you want to use the keyboard shortcut, it is F2. I typically do not use the keyboard shortcuts for those, just because I forget to push the other button that is required. So once you do that though, you will be put into this menu. This is the buy mode. This will have your basics and stuff, your counters, microwaves, kitchen appliances and such here. So this is based on room. So these are all kitchen things. These are all bathroom items, bedroom, living room, dining room, study, kids room, and backyard outdoor stuff for like your front yard, backyard, whatever. You can also sort objects by function. So you can come in through here. This is basically showing you everything that you have available in your category. Or you can show it, go through and pick. So you can go comfort, which will give you all the living chairs and stuff, the things that are considered as comfort items. You can go through plumbing, which will give you all your plumbing items and such. But I know you're asking yourself, we don't have walls. What do we care about plumbing? Let's get into that. So you're going to click on the house here up in the corner of this menu, which says build, and that'll bring you to this menu. Now, remember, we only have 17,000 simoleons, so we don't have a lot to work with. We are going to build a room which is how you which is what, wow, words. I can't talk today apparently. You're going to click right here. You kind of want to click on the platform itself, because trying to click on the wall sometimes can be iffy. You might accidentally click like the door or something. So I typically just click on the platform. But this will bring you up to your walls. So you can build a regular wall. You can drag it, or you can click and drag. You don't have to hold it. Now, as you notice, down here, this is where our money's at. So again, we only have 17,000 simoleons. Each wall costs 60 simoleons. So we want to be very careful. You can also build based off of a room. You can build your room like this and draw it out as long as you connect it back. And then you can build the platform. You can build a basement, which will pop you down here. You can custom build your basement. So like if you have like a specific room that you want to build it around, so like let's say I build, hold on. Let's say I build like this room and I only want my basement here. So you would take to be here, but I want it to go out like this at an angle. You can do it like this. And then that'll build your basement like that. Or you can do what I usually do and just do this, which will build it right under the room that you built originally. That also costs, I think, 60 simoleons a wall. Yeah, 60 simoleons a wall. You can put down rooms in the different shapes to mess with. You have hexagons. That's a hexagon. That's 6 sides, right? Oh, that's an octagon? I don't even know. Or you have this, which is the corners where you can do curved walls. Curved walls are kind of glitchy. There's 3 different sizes. So you have small, medium, big. Again, they're kind of glitchy. And you can have diagonals, hexagonals, or octagonals, whatever shape that is. These are just different style of the platforms, and yes, they all connect to one another. But yeah. Or you can do just a flat base like this for how you want to build your boat. And then they come with gates or fences. Typically, it is best to just build a room. I'm not going to show you how to build because I stink at building. If you want to see how to build, I know Lil Simsy has done several hundred building tutorials, or at least it feels like several hundred, because girl knows how to build. And then I think, actually no, she's the only one I know that's done any off the top of my head. So, but yeah, so that's how you do that. Once you do have a wall down, you can choose your paint colors. So there's different categories. You have paint, wallpapers, tiles, panels, like wood. You have stone, well, masonry, stone, siding, and then miscellaneous stuff like stucco, soil. What is this? Clean room. You have windows. Oh, I forgot they added these. You can make your wall a window. And then whatever this polka dot thing is. And then that'll only do it on both walls. Unless you hit this button, which is shift. Now, as you see, that gave me some money back, but if you want to delete things, you can go back to the walls and stuff by hitting B. If you want to delete things, you're going to hit control. As you can see, I'd pointed out with my finger because y'all can really see my finger. My thing has an X on it. I'm going to click, I'm going to drag, I'm going to click again, and now my wall's gone. I just got 350 simoleons back, and I'm back at 1700. You can do stairs, fences. Oh, it automatically wants to replace fences. I always use it to draw out fences. You can put gates as long as the gate matches the height of the fence. So like I can't put, Apparently I can. I did not know that. I thought the gate had to match the height. Maybe not. Anyways. But yeah, you just put the gates down, you put your fence down, you got railings for your stairs. You can put pools down now. You can draw it out like that, or you can do like fun shapes. Like that. Or you can do like the triangles and stuff like we did before at diagonals, octagonals. You can have a round pool. As you can see, that eats a lot of money though when you try to build pools and stuff. But yeah, so I'm gonna really quickly show you guys how to do a gallery place down. So you're gonna hit this button right up here that's got the light bulb. It says open the gallery. We're gonna do that because again, I don't know how to build. So we're gonna go to lots. That's this button right here. I'm going to hit show base game, and then we can add outdoor retreat because I have outdoor retreat installed. We don't want a vampire house. I just want a starter home. So I'm going to type up here starter, and it'll bring me all the different starters that you can get. We can also go to have it set to where it only shows a certain amount of like how much the house is going to cost. And then what type of lot it is. We obviously want a residential lot, and we want it to fit on our lot. So we're going to hit 40 by 30. So as you can see, all the lots. I think I'm going to actually take off outdoor retreat and we're just going to do base game houses. So these are all the base game starter homes. We're actually going to do most popular because that tends to give you more of a selection of slightly better looking houses, in my opinion. Let's see. I want something that looks like it'll fit into Newcrest. Let's go with this one. Now this says Willow Creek starter, but you can obviously put it anywhere you want. Excuse me. Costs 15,427 simoleons. It's a residential lot, as you can see over here in the right panel. It is on a 40 by 30 lot. It has 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. And this was shared in 2015, back when the game first started. So we're going to hit the place lot button down here. This is going to ask if we want it furnished or unfurnished. We're just going to go with furnished because I don't know what that exactly means. Now put our lot down. Now obviously this lot is kind of facing the opposite direction of where we want it to because we're facing this way as our entrance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this move house button. I'm going to hit move lot and I'm going to rotate it. Then I'm going to move it so that it fits better on our lot. And we're going to hit confirm. So now it's more centered with where we're at house-wise. And there you go. That's our lot. Now there's this weird glitch going on where if you have a room here, the roof disappears. I don't understand what that glitch is. I think the Sims team needs to look into that. I don't know if anybody else has said anything about it. But yeah. So this lot has already come with floors, wallpaper, windows, doors, the lot. Now we have 3,038 simoleons, so we want to make sure that we get the basics down. Now the basics, honestly, is something for your sim to cook with or to eat off of. Where do we want to put the kitchen? I think we should put the kitchen in this back area probably would be best. So we're going to just get a fridge. I'm going to get a cheap fridge because we don't have a lot of money. I'm going to get one countertop. We're going to get the cheapest countertop, which is this ugly linoleum looking thing. Oops. And to get rid of stuff, I'm just hitting Control Z, kind of like how you would undo things if you're working in Microsoft or Word. And then we're going to get the cheapest stove. And then I think we did need that other counter. So we can put a sink. I guess we kind of want it to look like a kitchen sink. And then we'll come up here and we'll furnish this bathroom first. So what we want up here is at least a toilet and a shower. And I'm not going to get the cheapest shower just because the cheapest shower is this tarp one from Outdoor Retreat. So we're going to get the cheapest base game shower, which is this postmodern shower stall. And I still have 1,143 simoleons. So I think we can maybe get a bed. And I think I'm going to put her bed in this room here. I'm going to get this simple one. I just want a simple one. So we'll go with the cheapest one for now, which is from the base game, not from Outdoor Retreat. And as far as like double beds go. That left us so it's 713 simoleons, so that is just enough to put in the most important thing, which you always want to make sure you have, is a smoke alarm, because your Sims, when they first start learning how to cook, they don't know how to cook. On the off chance, you also want to put in the burglar alarm and make sure that it faces the door, just because otherwise it won't accept that there's a burglar. I'm gonna put one over here as well, just in case, like, to make sure that it gets both doors. And then we have 468, so she had to do stuff on the computer. So we want the cheapest desk, basically, which will stick over here. And I can't afford a computer anymore, which is wonderful. But we'll get a computer chair just for when I know we'll be able to, except now we have 108. So we do want to keep some money because we're going to want to make sure we can cook. So, but that's basically build by. I think I'm going to make this like a 2-part type episode where I show you guys how to work your Sims also. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you're paying attention to this panel here. This is your needs panel. Now, this is something that I've seen a lot of people make mistakes on, and by a lot of people, I mean basically my entire family. And I've done this too, obviously, as in the past. Now, if you've never played a game like this before, you want to make sure that you start off with one sim is something that I recommend, only because it is very hard sometimes to take care of the one sim, and it is especially hard to take care of multiple Sims. So with this sim, I only have one. She's already got a job, she's got her aspiration, she's already leveled 3 comedy skill, which I'll show you guys in a minute. But this panel here is basically how you keep her alive, because Sims do die, as we've seen in the Create a Sim. So if I needed her to go to the bathroom, I could easily click this toilet paper roll and she'll go to the bathroom. We'll follow her to the bathroom. She didn't need to go, but like I made her go anyway. And as you can see, she's got her little snooty walk. Basic things that you want to keep in mind is you want to keep their bladder up, you want to keep their hunger up, you want to keep their hygiene up, and you want to keep their energy up. I say bladder because unless you want your Sim peeing on the floor and then getting dirty, you're going to keep their bladder up, because otherwise then they're going to have to shower. Now, as you can see, I don't have a sink in this bathroom, so she's not going to wash her hands. So if I wanted her to, I'm going to have her take a shower, because now her hygiene is down. Unfortunately, this is not like The Sims 2, where if your Sim's social need gets low, the social bunny comes, which is kind of sad. I miss the social bunny. But you want to keep an eye on these two also, but they're not technically important as important as bladder, hunger, energy, and hygiene. Your bladder, these needs, specifically this one, hunger here, if your Sim's hunger is like, let's say, all the way down, as this is warning me because I have UI cheat, so I was clicking it to show you guys. This says your Sim will be killed by cheating hunger to -100. Do you want to proceed? I'm going to hit cancel because I don't want to. So if I click down to like here, you will see she is now uncomfortable because she is hungry. Now this says she's going to be ravenous in 23 hours if she doesn't get anything to eat. Now, as you notice, she automatically went to go get yogurt out of the fridge. That's because she's hungry. Sims will do that. So we'll let her eat her yogurt. I'm not going to stop her from eating the yogurt. I'm going to speed up through her eating the yogurt. Now, as you can see, the yogurt didn't really fill her. She's only got a half bar of hunger. So now if I were to click energy down, as you can see, she's now having an energy failure. She's exhausted and she's passing out. You don't want your sim to do that either. I'm going to cheat her energy back up because I don't want her falling asleep on the floor. Now, you can't click this off, unfortunately. Now, you see her energy is full again because I clicked it back up. I still can't click this out. She is still having an energy failure. I'm going to click these ups so that I can show you guys. So we'll speed through this. Now, on the off chance that your sim has to pee, they will tell you. Before this happens, now as you can see, she had a bladder failure. And she peed herself. Now her hygiene is low. So you can have her mop this. And we'll have her take another shower. Now she'll mop this puddle and she'll mop the one that's upstairs. Sims are weird. They like to do everything. If you tell them to mop. And somebody is... So I can't go on the gallery right now. I think my sister is playing because we share the account. Don't tell EA. No, I'm just joking. I think my internet went down. But so now as you can see too, she's got this little green stinky cloud following behind her. She's still gonna mop because, you know, I told her to mop. But she's grungy. She's kind of gross. She is now embarrassed because she peed herself. She's filthy from low hygiene, and because she's squeamish and I made her mop, she's a little uncomfortable from, you know, being grungy, and from mopping the puddle she's just, ew, gross. Now these are what are called buffs, mood buffs. These will affect how your sim functions. If you send your sim to work or to school, because teens and children have to go to school, if you send them to work or school, they, in an uncomfortable mood, they will not work as hard as they theoretically could. Which is what this panel's for. So this bar right here will go up every time your sim goes to work. There will be one for if you have teen sims and children sims. That bar will go up depending on whether or not they're working hard at school. If they're uncomfortable like she is right now, her performance won't go up as much as she progresses through her workday. And then that'll be like regardless. So, like, even if she's just uncomfortable, like, that bar won't go up. As you can see in this work panel, it does tell you like when they go to work, when they go to school. Kids go to school from 8 to 3, I believe, end game hours, which is down here. As you can see, it's 12 on Sunday. You will always start a new game on a Sunday, regardless. You can extend these if you have like children that are, or teenagers that are in school and having a job, which is a possibility. That I can't show you because I only have the one sim, but so this tells me that she has to go to work at 10 a.m. tomorrow. She works Monday through Friday. She's off on Saturdays and Sundays, and she works 10 to 7. So she'll be at work for most of the day. She does have 3 vacation days, and she's got $47 simoleons an hour is what she earns. If I get these tasks up, her money, she gets a raise, her hours might change, and she gets a vacation day sometimes. It depends. To do that, we want to work on her skills. Now obviously I can't work on her programming skill. I don't have a computer. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to go to the map, which is either this button. Ooh, you used to be able to go to it from this button. Okay, so we're going to just go through and use the phone. Travel, and we're going to just travel. I usually hit M. That's another possibility. That'll bring you to the map. It tells me where my sim is. So as you can see, she's in Newcrest. We're going to go to Willow Creek because I need the library. And we're going to hit confirm. And then that'll bring us to the library. And we're going to go ahead and have her come over to a computer. And we're going to go to program. We're going to have her practice programming because that'll get her programming up. And then I'm going to actually end this video here because I just remembered that I gotta go reset some MC Command Center mod stuff. So I will see you guys later. Bye!